There's nothing else I can do. In the car, I'm fine, but I know this next week is going to be soreness.
All right, thanks for the update. Kyle Larson has broken into the top 10, trying to gain a couple more spots.
Somebody's in the wall again. It's Reddick. I saw it right in front of those guys. Saw the smoke. I think it's the exact same situation. Now, he was a two-tire guy here, but I think you're looking at the same exact thing. Running 7th, just like Carson Hocevar. I saw the smoke in those guys' screen there, and man, sure enough, Reddick.
Now this caution is a break for William Byron. On the team radio, they had a concern that he might have a right front tire rub for the 24.
Maybe working his way through some of that lap traffic. I don't see anything.
Okay, here he comes down. Poof, exact same thing as Hocevar. I'm going to tell you that's a brake rotor as well.
Just a violent explosion right there. And look at him hugging that wall.
Look at the shrapnel coming out from behind there.
That's so smart of those guys to hug that wall and not go up into it at an angle.
Takes me back to Pocono a long time ago. Jimmy Johnson had the same thing happen. Spun down below. Man, it was the worst wreck I think I've ever seen. It was right in my lap.
Jamie?
Well, you see the 45 of Tyler Reddick. They just told him to bring it down into the pit box. Let's get tires on it, and then we'll take it back to the garage. But he certainly confirmed what you guys saw. Brake rotor explosion there.
Man, he was the one needing a caution. Didn't need to be the caution. I tell you, a lot of brake rotor, a lot of shrapnel in front of those cars. Remember the 14 car ran through that, knocked a hole in the radiator. That 47, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., those guys were right behind him when that happened. Keep an eye on those cars.
Greg Galding will get the free pass for the second caution in a row here.
I'm going to tell you, 65 to go. This is setting up the money stop.
But you got to get 4 here, don't you?
There's the brake rotor. See all the pieces broke? Hot, hot, hot. Be careful kicking them things. Look how big that rotor is. Hard to believe that thing would break.
We talked a lot about that heavy braking into turn 1, and that's just another example of just a little bit too much.
The brakes much bigger on this 7th gen car than what we had before, because with the 18-inch diameter wheel that we now have, that BBS forged alloy wheel, there's room for much bigger brakes than we ever had before.
The one caveat to all of that conversation, you want these brake temperatures, they optimize at a certain temperature, right? That's where they find the most grip. What they don't like is getting hot to there and then cold and then hot to there. And with these long straightaways at this racetrack and the brake pressure that they apply after that, that's really hard on these brakes.